Hi everyone, it's Jack from cultaholic.com back again with another quick news update, a post-Royal Rumble news update. What an exciting show it was. And there's more exciting news concerning the WWE Hall of Fame and the identity of the next inductee. Or should I say inductees, because the next big announcement for the WWE Hall of Fame 2018 is both Bubba Ray and Devon, the legendary Dudley Boys. Without question, the Dudley Boys are one of the most legendary tag teams not just in WWE history, in wrestling history. They've had success everywhere they've gone, but, they're most widely remembered for their time in the early 2000s in WWE, especially that legendary three-way feud they had with both the Hardy Boys and the team of Edge and Christian, and especially those series of awe-inspiring, landscape-shifting, industry-changing TLC matches, or I think the original one was just a triangle ladder match, but there were tables and chairs involved, and then, of course, two subsequent big TLC matches. The question now is, who will induct Bubba Ray and Devon into the Hall of Fame? I mean, you could say potentially Edge and Christian, or the Hardys, or maybe all four even. You could also say maybe an ECW guy. Of course, the Dudleys made their name coming up in ECW, so maybe Heyman or Tommy Dreamer or someone of that ilk could also induct the Dudleys into the Hall of Fame. Also, if you've ever seen Bubba Ray cut a promo, he's a very charismatic man, so I have no doubt that their induction speech will be probably a very funny and entertaining one. Devon as well. I mean, he's not a non-entertaining guy. It was just that Bubba Ray often carried the load in terms of promos. So that's very exciting news. They will, of course, join Goldberg so far in the class of 2018. It's already looking to be a huge class. Now on to some news concerning Ronda Rousey. Now, according to Dave Meltzer of the Wrestling Observer newsletter, Ronda Rousey is scheduled for a WrestleMania match, which isn't too big a surprise. I mean, we'd expect her to be at WrestleMania. She's come in with a huge surge of momentum. Everyone knows who she is. She's a big star. But the match itself is very interesting indeed. Now again, this is all hearsay, this is all rumors, but Meltzer seems to believe that she won't be in a singles match. Rousey will be in a mixed tag match with a mystery male partner against the team of Stephanie McMahon and Triple H. That's very interesting indeed, especially considering that Rousey came out at the end of the Rumble and seemed to challenge Asuka. I don't know if it was meant to be, considered more of a sense of her putting the rest of the women's roster on notice rather than specifically calling out Asuka, but it seemed a little bit like Rousey was gunning for Asuka. But now, apparently, it's going to be her match with a mystery tag partner against Triple H and Stephanie. Now, who could that mystery partner be? Immediately, you've got to suspect The Rock. Ronda appeared alongside The Rock at WrestleMania 31, and they did square off against Triple H, and Stephanie in a non-match sort of segment. And Rousey, put Triple H in an armbar in an arm lock, threw him on the ground. It was all very exciting. That could possibly be brought back. Obviously, Stephanie didn't seem too delighted to see Rousey at ringside. She was all stiff and healing it up. So very interesting possibilities there. And if it's true, I'd be pretty pleased with that. I think that sounds like a pretty exciting match. And finally, according to WWE's official website, Jonathan Coachman has returned and signed a deal with WWE to be a part of the Raw announce team, replacing Booker T, who has been shifted to pre-show panels and that sort of thing, kind of like what happened to Jerry the King Lawler. I'm not too sure how to feel about this because obviously, Coachman's a very slick, he used to work for ESPN, he's a very slick, presentable, very modern presenter and commentator, but so is Michael Cole. And yeah, Corey Graves heals it up a bit, but he's also that sort of, down the line. He's not an overt character like Booker T or like Jerry Lawler. And yes, we've criticised Booker T's commentary before for being a bit erratic and all over the place, but there's no doubting that he brings a certain fire and a certain energy due to his wrestling persona that maybe the other commentators don't do quite so well. Not even Graves. He's much more of just a straight colour commentator despite his wrestling background. It'll be interesting to see how Coach adapts. It's obviously been quite a while since we saw him in WWE, and he was always kind of almost a bit of a reviled figure, I guess, especially when he turned heel. He did enter a Rumble once, I believe, and just got roundly booed. He may have even entered 2 Rumbles. But before he was a heel, he was a sort of a Michael Cole-esque figure, straight down the line, reporting the facts, here's what's going on. So I wonder if they'll bring him back in that role or in his more heelish persona. I suspect the former, with Corey Graves there to provide the heelishness. That's all for now. Thank you for watching this quick news update, this quick post-Royal Rumble news update. What an exciting weekend it's been, not just in WWE, but also over in New Japan, and of course, on NXT as well, even though that is technically part of the WWE family. Thank you very much for watching. I've been Jack from cultaholic.com. You can follow me on Twitter, @JackTheJobber. You can follow all of us at Cultaholic, and never forget to check out our Patreon, patreon.com/cultaholic, but never also forget to join us.